Sony has just made some recent announcements concerning what they're gonna do for the future of their gaming. And apparently, they're gonna get rid of physical discs for games somewhere in 2028. And not just that, then there's stuff about the movies that people bought on the PlayStation that got removed because Sony no longer has the license, I think, to give those games to their consumers. But the people did pay for those games and they don't get a refund as far as I know. And then there's the stuff about, well, I guess GTA 6 doesn't really involve Sony directly. That's probably a Rockstar thing that they're not bringing physical disc for the game. And for GTA 6, there might actually be a good reason for that. But focusing on Sony, I mean, from their point of view, I guess it would make sense to not give physical discs where more people will sell them and resell them. And Sony won't be able to get any of that money. The person who bought the game first, they'll be the ones who get that money. And if Sony gets rid of discs, then the only way that people will play these games will be to buy them directly from Sony. And while that does make sense for them, there is another problem with the fact that even if you buy the games, nobody feels like there's actually a guarantee that you'll always have the games forever. If you buy a PlayStation and you buy the PS5 game, there's no guarantee that that game you have it forever in your account and you can just transfer into a newer device. Or if the current PS5 breaks and you buy a new PS5, you can use it on that for a long period of time. That kind of guarantee, it feels like it's gone and feels like we're just renting everything now and we don't own anything. Although it feels like we're actually paying the money to buy something rather than renting it, considering the money you pay for games and all that. And this, I feel like for Sony, is gonna backfire in a big way because, well, with the with the PlayStations, I'm guessing they're not gonna sell as well anymore, unless you still give the disc option. I don't think the digital version of the PlayStation is gonna sell anymore, the digital only version, because I mean, what's the point of buying it if all the games you bought are gone in a few years while the PlayStation is still working and you want to play those games? And that's the thing with games. Even the older games, some people like the older versions of games because the story or the way it was designed or whatever, and they like to go back and play those games. And that might not be possible. So the PlayStation sales, they're probably gonna go down in a big way unless the physical discs are available. And I have a suspicion that they might get rid of the physical disc version for the PS6. I mean, I haven't heard anything about it, but with the way they're going, I mean, the PS6 might come out at the end of 2027, although it could go into 2028. But in that time period, they're bringing out new PlayStation, and they're getting rid of physical discs. I mean, why make a PlayStation with a physical disc version to support the games of the previous PlayStation? Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do that. So PlayStations are gonna take a big hit, in my opinion. And then there's the PC version. Now, the PC versions, well, the fact that if you cannot get the disc and use it, you install it on your PC and play the game, and you don't actually own it, and you're actually downloading it from whatever site that you download. I think currently you download it from Steam. But if it's a situation where you cannot, even if you download it from there, you don't own it, or you end up in a situation where you're streaming the game for some service, I think a lot of pirating is gonna end up happening. And I don't want people to pirate games because the developers, the companies, they spend a lot of money to make these games, and they need to get the money back. But if companies start doing this type of stuff, people are gonna start pirating games. And that stuff has been happening for a long time, and it's still happening, and it's probably gonna happen even more. And even for the really complex games, people are gonna find a way to pirate it. And when that happens, what's Sony gonna actually be able to do? I mean, there's a limit to how much they can stop people from buying the games. But if everyone goes in revolt and refuses to buy the games and just waits to get a pirate version, yeah, that's gonna be a big hit for Sony. And considering how angry people are right now, I wouldn't be surprised if people will be willing to wait for someone to just pirate the game and they can download it from them. So yeah, this move, it's not a good move. And in the age of everything being digital, nothing being physical, everything's a subscription service, you don't actually buy anything, you're renting everything. I mean, depending on the country, you might be renting where you live. You might not be able to buy a house or anything. With all that, this adding to that, it's really gonna make a lot of people angry, and I feel like a lot of people are already angry. And I'm already hearing the quotes. If what? If I forgot the quote, something about if you don't own it, then renting it, then piracy is stealing it, something like that. Forgot the quote, but it's going around, and it's probably going to become very common. And especially considering the fact that GTA 6 is coming out, the most anticipated game of the decade. And right before that, all this stuff's happening. I mean, GTA 6, they're not going to give a disc. And honestly, for them not giving a disc, it does kind of make sense, because from what I know, the GTA 5, there's a lot of 6 or 8 discs required to install the game. And for GTA 6, I'm guessing they might end up needing 30 discs or something. So, practically speaking, it is a bit difficult, but they could just offer a version where you download it, or maybe just skip the disc and offer a flash drive, a really cheap flash drive for the disc instead of the discs, and use that to install the game. I mean, that's an alternative. The disc thing, it is complicated, although people like the disc. Then just give a permanent flash drive or something, non-rewritable flash drive with the game. I mean, how much more could that cost? Even if it costs a little more, people will be willing to pay for it if it means that they'll get the game. They'll actually own the game. And that's something Rockstar should consider, but with what Sony's been doing, well, it is very troubling to think about. And especially for me, considering that I am thinking of buying a PS5 to play GTA 6. Now, I'm not a hardcore gamer, but I love GTA Vice City. So I do want to try this game, and this is going to be an awesome game. So the PS5 thing, well, it is complicated for me now. I'm wondering what to do. But anyway, I feel like this is a bad move for Sony, and they really should backtrack on all this stuff.